Hi Teddies, welcome to the Hilda Bear Club, the ultimate club for girly nerds and boys, a place for all things fun. I'm Hilda and I can't believe there's only 19 days before the new year, and I'm honestly very excited because there's so much to look forward to in 2026. Besides all the new game releases, I'm especially looking forward to the most anticipated movies coming out. I'll go ahead and put a couple here that I'm definitely watching, but we have the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, plus all the Marvel movies, and I'm just really excited. Us nerds are definitely going to be spoiled next year, but today we are talking about the 2026 game releases that I'm adding to my wish list, and ones you definitely don't want to miss. They're a mixture of action-adventure games, cozy story-driven games, magical RPGs, a little something for every mood. Some of these do have confirmed release dates, others are just simply slated for 2026, but they look incredible, so I'm keeping them on my radar and adding them to my list. So let's get started. First on the list is Escape from Ever After, set to release on January 23rd. It's an adventure RPG inspired by the classic Paper Mario games, and it looks absolutely stunning. You play as Flint Buckler, who discovers that his arch-nemesis has turned their lair into a greedy megacorp, taking over fairy tale stories for their valuable resources and cheap labor. And Flint has no choice but to get hired, climb the corporate ladder, and take the whole thing down from the inside. I absolutely love the fairy tale lore. It feels fresh and playful and just so fun. You get to explore vast storybook worlds with charming, lively narrative where the rules are constantly changing. The gameplay is turn-based combat with timed attacks, very classic Paper Mario energy, and you get to build and customize your party, with every character possessing unique skills that you can upgrade throughout your journey. There's also an office decorating system, tons of side quests, and a jazzy big band soundtrack that keeps the energy high. It feels wild and fun, and I'm definitely excited for its release. I'm positive we all have this next one on our wish list, Pokémon Pokopia, releasing on March 5th for the Switch 2, and it's a cozy life simulation Pokemon game, which is honestly the cutest thing ever. My eyes were literally sparkling when I watched the trailer on the Nintendo Direct this past September. You play as a Ditto disguised as a human, and your whole purpose is to build a peaceful little town while befriending Pokemon who wander into your world. It's so wholesome, and you learn moves from your Pokemon friends to shape the land, create habitats, grow grass, and I love that it fully leans into a cozy gameplay. There's farming, crafting, decorating, gathering materials, customizing your character, fulfilling requests from Pokemon, and watching your town slowly come to life. It also has day and night cycles and changing weather, which makes the whole world feel alive and peaceful. And once you build your own home, you can invite Pokemon and other players to visit and enjoy the space with you. It feels sweet, relaxing, and the perfect cozy Pokemon game we've been all waiting for. Next on the list is Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse, and this one looks so cool. It comes out on March 5th, and it's a 2D action-adventure with this gorgeous hand-drawn art style that feels like it came straight out of a picture book. The gameplay revolves around a cursed witch's hat that can possess enemies and steal their abilities. It's such a fun mechanic, and it completely changes how you fight and explore. The dungeons are also auto-generated, which means every time you jump in, the layout is different with new puzzles, new traps, new routes to take, and the combat looks fast with lots of magic, double jumps, and traits you can mix together to create different builds. I absolutely love games that let you experiment, and what really caught my attention is the village building element. You can come back from your runs with materials and slowly rebuild a ruined settlement, clearing rubble, upgrading facilities, cooking. I love when games give you that second layer to work on, so definitely one I'm excited to play. Now this next one looks so colorful and fun. It's called Rhell Warped Worlds and Troubled Times and is being released on March 19. It's a semi-open world puzzle adventure where you play as Rhell, a loud-mouthed, hot-headed mage who's trying to figure out why the entire world has suddenly gone silent. Everyone has disappeared except 12 people, leaving behind empty towns and a mystery to solve. The coolest part of this game is the magic system. You collect 40 different runes and you can combine up to 5 of them however you want, which basically means every puzzle has multiple solutions. You can duplicate yourself, turn your clone into a puddle, bring a rock to life. It's so wild and creative. I love games that give you that level of freedom, and there are multiple endings to unlock too, which just adds to the fun. And another thing I love is that Rhell's personality can actually change based on how you play. If you help the people you meet, she slowly softens, and if you ignore them, she stays snarky and blunt the entire time. It's magical, clever, and it's going to be so much fun to get lost into. Okay, so this next one just melts my heart. It's Yoshi and the Mysterious Book coming to the Switch 2 in spring 2026, and it just looks so adorable. This was another game featured on the Nintendo Direct, and it's about a strange talking book named Mr. E, who literally falls out of the sky onto Yoshi's island, and inside there are unusual creatures no one's ever seen before. So of course, Yoshi hops inside to investigate. It's literally a storybook come to life, and as you explore each page, you discover new creatures, learn little details about them, and your findings get written down inside the book. It gives the whole game this cute collect and discover vibe that I absolutely love, and the worlds inside the book look so fun to explore. The entire game just looks simple, sweet, and has the most charming art style. I always have a blast playing Yoshi games. They're just so enjoyable, and I'm really excited to see how creative this one gets when it launches. Now, if you grew up in the NES era like I did, then this next one will definitely feel nostalgic. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland, set to release in early 2026. It's basically a love letter to classic Capcom and Nintendo platformers, but wrapped in this gorgeous, hand-animated world inspired by the original Little Nemo comics. Two of my loves right there, games and comics, the perfect pair. You play as Nemo drifting into Slumberland, and the whole world is seamlessly connected, so as you explore, you're uncovering new paths, and with each toy you collect, you unlock new abilities that help you fight enemies, reach new places, and open up entire sections of the map. And then there are the pajamas, which is the cutest feature ever. You can switch out different PJs in Nemo's bedroom, and each pair upgrades your abilities in a different way, while also changing his look. It's so adventurous and nostalgic. It's the perfect game you can curl up with and just lose track of time. This next one has been on my radar for a while. It's called Volunteer the Ascension, with an early 2026 release. And it's an action-adventure with JRPG energy, and it looks absolutely breathtaking. You play as Hera, a mysterious child tied to ancient gods, and the whole world is this massive realm of lush forests, forgotten cities, and more than 20 different biomes to explore. What looks super fun is the fast combat with tons of customization. You can parry, dodge, use chain attacks, swap weapons on the fly, and tailor Hera's abilities to match your playstyle. There's also this fated bond system where you form relationships with different allies, and each one brings unique abilities you can use in battle, just like a classic JRPG. And between all the exploring and battling, you get to restore and personalize this castle that becomes your home base, filled with characters you've helped along the way. It's beautifully drawn, and it's my kind of game. Next on my list is Demi and the Fractured Dream, and it has such an enchanting aesthetic. There's no official date confirmed for this game, but it's set to release sometime in 2026. And it's an action-adventure set in the dreamlike world of Somnus, and you play as Demi, a void scent who's slowly being consumed by a void curse. You're guided by this eerie voice from beyond, and your mission is to travel through these gorgeous realms to take down 3 legendary beasts before they trigger a world-ending awakening. The world looks so atmospheric, and Demi has a full arsenal of attacks, spells, and a dodge timing system that lets you activate this surge of void energy that powers up your next hits. There are dungeons filled with puzzles and plenty of monsters to take down, as you uncover the deeper truth behind who Demi really is. It looks so beautifully crafted, exactly the kind of action-adventure game I love keeping on my radar. Okay, now this next one got me because 1, it's a pixel art game, and 2, the premise is so awesome. It's called Saveseeker, an RPG about a time-traveling girl who must save the world from her father. There's no official date confirmed for this one, but it's set to release in 2026. You play as Emmer, this upbeat little girl who discovers she has the same ability as her dad. She can save moments in time. The problem is her father used to be a legendary hero, and now he's twisting that power into something dangerous. So Emmer heads out with her dragon toy named Templeton to overwrite all the save points in the world. There are 6 distinct regions to explore, and instead of building a party the usual way, you recruit your dad's former bosses who are now on your side to join you on your adventure. They each have powerful abilities and skills you can combine during battle, and you get to navigate this beautiful animated pixel art world, solving puzzles, battling enemies, unlocking secrets. You can venture off path to play mini games, and the more you discover, the more it gives back. It has all the perfect elements of an RPG, and I'm looking forward to its release. Alright, now get ready for this next one because you're in for a fun ride. Aniimo, a next-gen open-world action RPG that is free to play and set to release in 2026. You enter this ethereal, immersive, vast world where magical creatures called Aniimo roam free. You get to capture them, bond with them, battle with them, and even intertwine with them to borrow their powers. I'm in complete awe of this game because the world looks so amazingly beautiful and the Nemo are so cute. My cheeks are seriously hurting from smiling so much right now because you'd literally lose days immersing yourself into this world, all just waiting to be explored. And the combat is real time, so there's no turn-based battles. You can dodge, roll, cast spells or attacks, summon your Aniimo partner, experiment with builds, and so much more. It's currently in beta, and if you're wanting to stay in the loop of this game release, you can visit their website and pre-register to join the list. And now we're going to slow things down just a little into something more gentle and quiet. Moomintroll Winter's Warmth, an adventure game coming in 2026, and it feels like the sweetest winter story you need to unwind after a long day of work. You play as Moomintroll, who wakes up way too early from hibernation and finds himself completely alone for the very first time. His whole world looks different, covered in a blanket of snow, and he doesn't recognize anything the way he used to. So he goes out and slowly starts meeting new friends, helping whoever needs him, and learning how to be brave even when the world feels strange and overwhelming. I love stories like this, stories that feel small but are meaningful and have so much depth, and where the warmth comes from kindness and connection. You get to explore forests, mountains, frozen rivers, and everything is illustrated in this cozy, tender art style that is so wholesome. It looks so peaceful, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Now we're switching gears to something more chaotic, silly, and absolutely ridiculous in the best way. We have Dumb Ways to Party, set to release in 2026, and it's basically a game show that is so unhinged. You and your friends compete to win the very prestigious, very honorable, and very ridiculous title of Dumbest of the Dumb, which honestly sounds like a blast to me. You get tossed into these over-the-top mini games, and each one wilder than the last. Everything is unpredictable and designed to make you laugh or fail in the most dramatic way possible. And the best part, you can sabotage your friends. It's pure chaos, and I'm so here for it. You can play solo or with friends, and the art style is this vibrant 3D animation that is super cute. It's a party game that doesn't take itself seriously at all, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. Something that is goofy, hilarious, and lets you have a good time with friends. There are just too many games that are being released next year that if I was to share each one, we'd be here for hours. So I wanted to share the ones that are really high on my list, but I'm going to do a quick fire of other games that are worth putting on your wish list and that you definitely shouldn't miss. We have Lost and Found Co., a hidden object adventure game where you find lost items, solve puzzles, and help a tiny dragon regain her power, releasing on February 11th, 2026. Mouse PI for Hire, an action-packed first-person shooter game inspired by the classic cartoons of the 1930s, releasing on March 19th, 2026. Starsand Island, a farming sim game where you escape the big city for a more tranquil lifestyle and bond with cute animals, go fishing, shape the landscape, or simply soak in the beauty of the island. It had an initial release date of February 1st, but is now set to release sometime in early 2026. Find Your Words, a short adventure cozy game created by two dads who were inspired by their non-speaking children and wanted to shine a light on the ways we can communicate beyond speech, coming out in 2026. Tukoni Forest Keepers, a cute, cozy puzzle adventure game where you play as the forest spirit Tukoni. You meet unique characters, solve captivating puzzles, and explore a magical world filled with kindness, releasing in 2026. Run your very own thrift shop in Thrifty Business, a laid-back management simulation game. You'll sort through boxes to find hidden treasures and arrange nostalgic displays of clothing, antiques, toys, and more, coming out in 2026. Restory, a shop management simulator game where you run a quaint electronics repair shop in mid-2000s Tokyo. Grow your business by carefully restoring iconic video game consoles, cell phones, music players, and other nostalgic devices, releasing in 2026. And the final game on this list is Last Moon, an action RPG inspired by classic 90s games. Explore a mesmerizing world riddled with dangers, confront tainted creatures, and upgrade your abilities in your quest to restore peace. It was initially set to release this year, but has been pushed back with no official release date, so I'm crossing my fingers that it releases next year. And that wraps up the games that I'm adding to my 2026 wish list, at least for now. There are just so many incredible titles coming out, and honestly, it feels like we're stepping into one of the most exciting years for gaming yet, with so many action adventures to experience, cozy worlds to explore, and some that just look so delightful and fun. Let me know in the comments below which ones you're adding to your wish list or which ones caught your eye. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy content like this, then I welcome you to be a part of the Hilda Bear Club by subscribing and becoming a Teddy member. We do lots of fun things here on this channel. We are a small but mighty community of other girly nerds and boys who love gaming, Disney, reading books, collecting comics, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So come join us, and I'll see you next time. Bye!